This is Base, life outside the federal witness protection. Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to today's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program / Keep the Bad Guys Away. Hey, nice to see ya. Okay, hey, where is anybody in Houston, Texas? Has anybody seen this Houston police officer? He was Hispanic. Okay, keyword, Hispanic police officer that took this report. I mean, boy, he hit that nail right on the head. Domestic violence or homicide is where the case would go, depending on if I made it or not. Now what the heck's up with the rest of the police departments, or police officers nationwide? Hell, I don't freaking know, but whatever. And then, like, in the words of Dr. what was his name, Farood or something like that, down there in Long Beach, that works for a congressman's office, he saw this letter. I'm like, come on, Doc, can't you get me into this federal witness protection program? He's like, federal witness protection program. I'm like, can't you call the Justice Department? And he's like, Justice? You want me to call the Justice Department? I'm like, yeah, dude, call the Justice Department. He's like, Susan, you have the equivalent of breast cancer. It's organized crime. There's no cure. Well, you know what? There could be a cure, because I'm telling you, the key word of today is like interference. Interference. I don't know. You know what? I don't know what to think. All I'm saying is that I'm glad that I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jobs all working simultaneously together, because I can just see that something's going to happen and I'm going to end up getting hacked, but I don't know. Something was weird today. Now, okay, so I go in for orientation. Now, this actually happened yesterday in this medical building where they have computer rooms and classrooms and all that. The air conditioning just totally died. I mean, it was hella hot throughout all the offices, including where HR is and all of that. Well, apparently they weren't able to get it fixed overnight, and so we started off our day in this computer room, just literally, you were feeling like you were in a sauna, and here you're trying to stay awake taking these online courses. So our leader, education lady, she ended up moving us. Now, see, I can't figure this out. I mean, okay, so she ended up moving us, and they had to come up with something, right? Because it's like a little hospital. And so there's not a whole lot of places to choose from. It's not like working at Duke where there might be a zillion classrooms with computers or something like that throughout the whole Duke campus. So anyway, so she moves all of us into first, the NICU, like an empty room in the NICU. Okay, but then she takes me and another girl, new hire, over to the ICU to do our online training through HealthStream. Okay, well, you know what? I don't really know why. Because, see, here was something weird. It's like we had to push these chairs from the education building over to the main hospital. Well, she told me that I didn't need to push a chair because I was going to grab a chair. She's like, oh no, I got it. Well, I don't know. I'm going to be working in the ICU. So there was nothing wrong with me actually being in the ICU per se and sitting at one of their computers and doing these HealthStream courses, I suppose. But the trouble is that, you got to kind of read the material because you're being checked off on the fact that you've read the material, and you want to try to get some good scores on these tests, even though it's all the same stuff I take all the time. But you know what? But literally, you're trying to sit online, take these tests, and the phone keeps ringing because you're in the ICU. I'm sitting in the ICU. The phone rings all the time in the nursing unit. It's just the way it is. Alarms go off, people come in and out and all that stuff. So it was distracting. Now, was that done intentionally to put me in a area in which there would be a distraction in me taking these tests, or was it just something that was random? And did they bring another girl in to just make it look like I wasn't singled out? But see, this is the kinds of stuff that happens, because the big keyword is in here is interference. Because they're always just to, stress me out, cause, all kinds of havoc and hell in my life. Interference. Okay, but I mean, that's all right. I got a lot of the stuff done. And then she came back because the EKG test had to be proctored. I only missed one. I was pissed that I missed one, though, but I got a 93%. but that's because I just couldn't tell if this one was second degree AV block type 2 or third degree AV block. You know, I always jack that up. But anyway, so I only missed one on a test that actually counts. The other stuff you just take just to get, you know, the completion certificates and all that. But so anyway, I thought that was weird. And then like the other girl, she ended up just like kind of leaving and disappearing. And I don't know where she left and disappeared. I was in the middle of doing these tests, and, you know, our educator comes up, our nurse educator is just like, well, where's so-and-so? And I'm like, you know what, you know what, she was just here a minute ago. She didn't tell me that she was leaving. I mean, I took a 10-minute break myself this afternoon, but I told the other chick I was leaving, you know, if our educator comes back, and I was gone for 10 minutes, I came back, but she just left. So I don't know what the hell to think about that. And I think she was a little thought that was strange too. But so like, and here was another thing. It's like, I just have to wonder if someone is trying to intentionally isolate me, you know, intentionally isolate me from the rest of the group, or not, you know, because I did eat lunch by myself and all that. But you know what, it's okay. Like, I'm used to being a loner, and it's actually probably better for me not to get too close to any of the people at work at all, because of the nature of the situation of what's going on, you know, with all of my enemies, and then the fact that my whole family's missing and all that. So, you know, there's pros and cons to it. She might have just been putting me by myself, you know, to just get away from the fact that, you know, people could hack me, or she could have been trying to like isolate me for some other reason, or it could have just been a mere coincidence. Like, I never know what to think. But so anyway, okay, but so the day was fine. And then I come home, and I thought I was going to have my microwave, you know, installed or whatever, and it wasn't here. But, you know, the minute I get on the phone with this agency down in Los Angeles, because, you know, it's like I'm signed up with this agency too, like, then all of a sudden my microwave comes, you know. But like, okay, the point of it was, it just seems like the timing, like the interference, because I'm trying to sit here and talk about some serious stuff to a nursing agency about picking up shifts in another city and state, or another city, you know, because of all these sting operations that keep happening with my nursing employment. So I'm trying to jump around a little bit. I have to watch that, you know. I don't want to be out on the streets again. And so then, you know, I'm trying to like talk to that company so I can pick up a shift over there, you know, here and there. And then, you know, so my microwave comes. Well, did my microwave just come at the same time so somebody could hear what I was doing? Because I was talking to Los Angeles. Keep in mind, I've got this whole FBI, CIA, Al-Qaeda task force in trouble. People get bribed and people get paid off all the time. In my situation, so that's why I said it's not unusual for somebody to bring a microwave in. It's the timing of it is unusual. That's the big key, the timing of it. And this is the type of stuff that they always do. So that would be interference in my discussion with another potential, you know, with another employer, you know, because I need extra safety money because of my situation. Now, were they just doing that to listen in? Was it a coincidence? And as I said, this is the kind of stuff that happens to me all the time. And then I have to wonder why. See, when things like this is like the same pattern that keeps working. I mean, it's like in every city and state, it's like the same exact pattern that keeps going and going and going. So when I see that, I just am like, you know what? It's like I have to ask why do I keep having all this interference? Why is this? It's like the same crimes, you know, different puppet players in the front end, same crime ring in the back end with extensions. You know, especially what happened yesterday with Congressman Ruiz's office. Do you know I called their Washington, D.C. office this morning? Because I said, you know, I don't really appreciate this whole damn crap here, dude, about, you know, your office not taking this whole situation seriously. And I'm like, this is something that Eric Holder should have been managing, you know, 4 years ago, but since he didn't, it has caused a whole heck of a lot of other problems. And apparently I was supposed to get somebody from Washington was supposed to call me back. But, you know, I just think to myself, the Hispanic police officer in Houston, despite the rest of the garbage, he took those situations seriously. He hit it nail right on the head. Homicide versus domestic violence. You go to a congressman's office, and then there's some chick that doesn't know crap about law enforcement, terrorism, or I don't even know why the hell she's working for a congressman's office. You know, just seems to be like, oh, well. Just, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So that's why I said, my situation is just so damn hella dangerous. I have to be careful. I have to watch everything, everyone, everywhere, and wonder, wonder why the same pattern keeps happening again. That's why I said Eric Holder didn't put a stop to it. None of the U.S. attorneys have put a stop to it in any district. So, whatever, I'll just wing it. See, if I could just sell like 100,000 of these stun guns, then I wouldn't have to worry. I wouldn't have to worry about all this interference with everything in my life, and I could just go live in Mexico. So anyway, so keep that in mind. This will cut down on the crime and the, quote, interference in my life if you shop online to the ISOOS Fashion Galaxy Mall and get a stun gun from Damsel in Defense. Anyway, that's today's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program / Keep the Bad Guys Away. Watch out for interference in your life. It usually either comes from corrupt law enforcement or it comes from terrorists. In my situation, both are true. Anyway, be careful out there. I'll see you next time.